Welcome to Academica Lab Solutions. The integrated fiber optics laboratory, designed by Academica, covers the core principles, key technologies, and applications in fiber optic communication. The objective of the lab is to cover the basics of fiber measurements, multimode and single-mode fiber, transmitters and receivers, WDM, and fiber link. The training module, along with the test and measuring instrument setup, offers a comprehensive lab solution and enables the students to carry out various experiments covering fiber optic communication, optical networks, dispersion, CWDM, add drop of channels, building block of an OTDR, OTDR measurements, optical amplifier, splicing, and connectorization. Fiber optic communication system. This is the fiber optic communication system consisting of the 4 modules and an optical power meter. This module has a 1310 nanometer and 1550 nanometer laser source with 1.5 milliwatt power and corresponding 2 detectors. There is a 30 nanosecond and 100 nanosecond pulse generator on board, which is used to transmit very narrow pulse for experiments like chromatic dispersion and building block of an OTDR. 2 DPMs are provided for each lasers, which displays the voltage across the laser and current through the laser. This module has a 50 by 50 coupler, isolators at 1310 and 1550 nanometer, 5 dB and 10 dB attenuators, and 2 WDMs mounted on a sturdy aluminum casing. This module has a 100 meters, 500 meters, and 1000 meter single-mode fiber mounted on a sturdy aluminum casing. This module has a 25 km spool of special fiber mounted on a sturdy aluminum casing, which is used for chromatic dispersion measurement. VI and PI characteristics of laser diode. In this experiment, we will plot the VI and PI graph for a 1310 nanometer laser diode. For this experiment, we need FOL dual and optical power meter. The selector knob is in CW mode and the output of the laser diode is connected to the optical power meter. The FOL dual module is switched on. We will now vary the current flowing through the laser diode by tuning the intensity control pot in the clockwise direction provided on the front panel. You see that as the current increases, the voltage across the laser diode increases, and simultaneously the optical power of the laser diode also increases, which is displayed on the power meter. Note down the readings as shown in the observation table and plot the graph. Similarly, you can repeat the same experiment for a 1550 nanometer laser diode. Building block of an OTDR. The aim of this experiment is to understand the building blocks of an OTDR and find the distance at which there is a break in the fiber. For this experiment, we will need FOL dual, FOL passive, and FOL fiber. Select the 1550 nanometer laser source and turn the selector knob to 100 nanosecond pulse. In this experiment, we are transmitting a 100 nanosecond pulse through the fiber and receiving the back reflected pulse. 1550 nanometer laser output is given to the port 1 of the coupler. The port 4 of the coupler is connected to the FOL fiber module, say 500 meters. Now, since there is a break at the end of the fiber, the back reflected signal will be received at port 2 of the coupler. In order to detect the reflected pulse, we connect the output port of the coupler 2 to the detector 2, which is a pin TIA, trans impedance amplifier. On the oscilloscope, we can see the transmitted pulse and the reflected pulse. The time delay delta t is measured using the oscilloscope and applied to the shown formula. The result indicates that the reflection of pulse takes place at 500 meter distance because of the break in the fiber. Now, change the fiber length by connecting it to a 1000 meter fiber. You will see the reflected pulse has further moved away from the transmitted pulse. Calculate the delta T and find the distance at which there is a break. 2-channel wavelength division multiplexing. In this experiment, we will see how two different signals like sine wave and a TTL signal are transmitted through a single core fiber and individually recovered at the receiver. For this experiment, we need FOL dual and FOL passive. At the 1310 nanometer transmitter side, the selector knob is set to analog. A 20 kHz sine wave is given as an input from the FG. The output of the 1310 nanometer laser source is connected to the 1310 nanometer port of the WDM1. Now, at the 1550 nanometer transmitter side, the selector knob is set to TTL and a 20 kHz TTL signal is given as an input from the FG. The output of the 1550 nanometer laser source is connected to the 1550 nanometer port of the WDM1. You can see the multiplexed output at port 3 of WDM1, either on our optical spectrum analyzer, or you can connect it to the detector 2 and see the electrical signal on the digital storage oscilloscope. The output of the port 3 of MUX1 is given to the port 3 of the MUX2, and you can see the demultiplex signal at port 1, 1310 nanometer, and port 2, 1550 nanometer, respectively on our optical spectrum analyzer. In order to see the electrical signal, connect the 1310 nanometer port of WDM to detector 2 and 1550 nanometer port of WDM to detector 1. We can now see both the recovered signals on the oscilloscope. Chromatic dispersion measurement. Group velocity is different at different wavelengths because the medium is dispersive. In this experiment, we will calculate the dispersion in the fiber when a 30 nanosecond pulse is transmitted at 1310 and 1550 nanometers through a fiber length of 25 kilometers. For this experiment, we will need FOL dual, FOL passive, and FOL CD. TTL signal is given as input to both 1310 and 1550 nanometer laser source simultaneously using a function generator with T-connector. The selector knob is set to 30 nanosecond pulse mode, and the output of 1310 nanometer and 1550 nanometer laser source is given to port 1 and port 2 of WDM1 on FOL passive respectively. The output of WDM1 is given to the input of FOL CD. The pulse travels a distance of approximately 25 kilometers, and the received signal is given to the detector 1 to get the electrical pulse back. On the oscilloscope, you will see the difference between group time pulse at 1310 nanometer and 1550 nanometer. This is delta T. Using the formula shown, you can calculate the dispersion. As per the experimental setup, we observe that delta T is 44 nanoseconds. Length of the fiber traversed is 25 kilometers. Delta lambda, that is 1550 nanometer minus 1310 nanometer, is 240 nanometers. So applying it to the formula, the dispersion at 1450 nanometer is 7.33 picosecond per kilometer per nanometer. Characterization of passive optical components. Here, we will characterize each passive component and verify it with the datasheet. For this experiment, we require FOL dual, FOL passive, and optical power meter. Measurement of insertion loss and coupling efficiency of the coupler. Set the 1310 nanometer laser source to 0 dBm. Connect the source to port 1 of the coupler and measure the optical power at port 3 and port 4. Since this is a 50 by 50 coupler or a 3 dB coupler, you will get equal power at both the ports. Set the 1310 nanometer laser source to 1 milliwatt. Note this as P1. Connect the source to port 1 of the coupler and measure the optical power at port 3 and port 4. Note this as P3 and P4 respectively. Also measure the power at port 2 and note this as P2. By applying the formula, you will be able to calculate the coupling efficiency and the insertion loss of the coupler and verify it with the datasheet. Measurement of isolation factor of an isolator. Isolator is used in an optical network to block any back-reflected signal reaching the laser source. Hence, the isolation factor of an isolator is very important parameter. This component is also wavelength dependent, and hence we have provided two isolators, one at 1310 nanometer and another at 1550 nanometer. Set the 1310 nanometer laser source to 1 milliwatt or 0 dBm. Note this as P1. Apply the source to the isolator and measure the output of the isolator using the power meter. Note this as P2. This will be around minus 35 dBm, indicating an isolation factor of 35 dB. Measurement of attenuation in an attenuator. Set the 1310 nanometer laser source to 1 milliwatt or 0 dBm. Note this as P1. Apply the source as input to the attenuator and measure the output of the attenuator using the power meter. Note this as P2. This will be around 5 dB, which matches with the datasheet of the attenuator. Thank you.